Hey guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I'm sharing a collaboration with Zenorah. If you haven't checked out Zenorah's channel, I will link it down below. She's one of the nail artists that I probably look up to the most. I think the first Zenorah video that I really watched was the one where she called out Miss Jen Fabulous. And like she didn't care, she was going to post that video and let everybody know that she may not be sharing ideas that were her own. And I just thought that showed a good moral compass and a lot of character and a lot of integrity. So I've been following her. Zenorah is gorgeous. She's super talented. I could listen to her accent like all day long. So if you haven't checked out her channel, go and send her some love from me. When she came to me, I was like, you know what, let's do a top 10 indies list. I've been hauling a lot of indies lately, and I thought that would be fun to round out my top 10. But when I got in my Helmers, I was just completely overwhelmed by the amount of indies that I do have. So this is just a top 10. I do have more favorites. I couldn't even pick a favorite out of these, so I'll be showing you them in alphabetical order. It's going to be a lot of glitter and a lot of Hallow, and I just want to apologize ahead of time because I know that some of them are not available anymore. But I figure if I showed them to you and you like them, you could keep an eye out for destashes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into the swatches. So first up is Very Good Looking by Cupcake Polish. This is a deep purple holographic polish with a lot of pink shimmer. This one is still available. I think I bought this from Color for Nails. I will link it in my blog. So I will show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Very Good Looking swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Very Good Looking. This one goes on really smooth and easy. It's super opaque. All you really need is one coat. It has a fantastic formula. It's not too thick that it's hard to work with. Just really easy. You will want a top coat with this one because it does dull down. I'm going to show you what a second coat looks like. It does deepen it up just a little bit, but you totally don't need it. So here is my second coat of Very Good Looking. You can see how much flash this has indoors, even under just like my artificial lighting. In the sun, it is insane. It was super cloudy the day I filmed this though, so I don't have any sun shots of this yet. So here's the second coat. It just deepens it up a tiny bit. Here's a look at the completed mani with top coat. I think I used Zoya's Glossy Seal for all of the swatches today. Here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in artificial lighting. Next up is You Sit on a Throne of Lies, and this is from the e.l.f. collection by Dollish Polish. This one is not available anymore, I don't believe. This one is a red jelly base with a ton of different sizes and shapes of holographic glitter. So this is so like a jelly sandwich in a bottle. I think that's what I always call this one. It has a big circle glitters too. I'll show you a brush shot and I'll show you how You Sit on a Throne of Lies swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat of You Sit on a Throne of Lies. This one goes on pretty sure because it is like a jelly polish. I had to do a little bit of manipulation with the glitters, but not terribly. It always seems like I reach for this polish, especially around like Valentine's Day and things like that. So I'll let this dry and come back in for the second coat. Here is the second coat of You Sit on a Throne of Lies. And this one is going to really deepen it up. I usually only do 2 coats. Sometimes I do 3 to get a little bit of extra depth, but 2 is all you really need. I did have to do a little bit of extra manipulation with that larger circle glitter there, but I didn't have to fish anything out or anything like that. I just had to put it exactly where I wanted it. I love how those flash with the red jelly on top. This one may dry down a little bit textured, so I always top it with a good glossy top coat. It really looks awesome with a matte top coat as well though. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Mirror Mirror on the Wall. This is by Femme Fatale. This is one of my very first Femme Fatale purchases. Since they've changed their bottle shape, this is a gorgeous holographic glitter polish with a lot of purple shimmer in it. I have a few more that I would have loved to include, but I didn't want it to get repetitive. So here is a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mirror Mirror on the Wall swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Mirror Mirror on the Wall. This one goes on a little bit sheer, but you get a lot of that shimmer even in the first coat. I did buy this one. I think I bought it from Color for Nails as well, but I know Beautyometry does a lot of Femme Fatale restock, so this one may be available soon. I'm not sure. Here is the second coat of Mirror Mirror on the Wall. This one for sure dries down textured. You'll want a good glitter eating top coat and a base coat too if you don't want to do all the glitter removal. So this one's, the formula is impeccable. It's really ethereal and pretty. I've loved every Femme Fatale I've ever picked up. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. I could literally play with this one all the time. I wore it to the dentist office on purpose to kind of take my mind off everything. So here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Dear Darling. This is by Lavish Polish. I did buy this one and I think it is still available. I keep telling myself I'm going to buy the large size, but I keep forgetting. I'll show you a brush shot. This is a nude corally base with a lot of different sizes of hot pink matte hexes. So I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. Here is one coat of Dear Darling. This one starts out a little bit sheer because it does have a corally base. The glitters dispense really well. I don't have to fight them at all. Great formula. So I will let this dry and come back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of Dear Darling. This one does dry down a tiny bit textured as well. I use this as a base for nail art a lot. I think maybe if you have a job where you have to wear a nude polish, maybe if you have a really cool boss, you could get away with this one. So 2 coats is all it's going to take to be completely opaque. Here's a look at the completed mani with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Our Little Infinity by Linby Designs. This is my favorite Linby Designs of all time, I think. It's a favorite in my nail group friends as well. This is a purple metallic multi-chrome that shifts to an orangey shade with a lot of scattered holographic glitter. So here is a brush shot. And I'll show you how Our Little Infinity swatched on my natural nail. So here's one coat of Our Little Infinity. This one does start out pretty sheer, but with a good amount of glitter on the nail. So I'll let this one dry and then come back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of Our Little Infinity. I think a second coat really brings it opaque, but it doesn't quite give you the full shift that you get in the bottle, so you could get away with 2 coats. The formula is great, it's fast drying. You will want a toppy coat. I think I'm gonna start calling it that. A top coat to keep it nice and glossy. So I'm gonna show you a third coat real quick, just so you can see the difference. So the third coat just deepens it up a tiny bit and you get more of the purple to orange shift. It's a little bit more evident. You could layer this one over black as well to get all that shift. Here's a look at the completed mani with toppy coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Mermaid Tears by NBJ Creations. I did purchase this one as well and I keep meaning to go back for a full size. This has blue to green shifting glitters as well as holographic glitter, and it also glows in the dark, so it's going to look great indoors, outdoors, and at nighttime. Really complex and pretty. I'll show you a brush shot. So this is one of 3 of the Mermaid Trio. This is the one that glows teal, I believe, and I'll show you how it swatches today over Zoya Willa because it is a topper for sure. So here is one coat of Mermaid Tears. And that's all you need. A top coat is going to keep it nice and glossy. Even one coat is enough for it to glow in the dark. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is To Have and To Hallow. This is from Mpolishes. She's currently on maternity leave, but she will be back. This is actually a stamping polish, and it's a silver holographic that is super, super dense and opaque. I'm going to show you how it looks today swatched and stamped. So here is a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. And you will not know how much it pained me to use this as a regular polish. Not that it doesn't perform great, it's really great. One coat and you get full opacity, really easy to use, but I felt like I was wasting it because this really performs well as a stamping polish. That's what it's intended for. And I'm not sure when she'll be back, so I was like, oh my gosh. So to stamp today, I'm going to be using Born Pretty Plate L013. I'm going to use this chevron print right here. I'm just going to apply it generously to the image. Give a downward scrape and an upwards roll. It picks up great. It does dry kind of quickly. I'll be stamping over a white to black gradient today to show you how it looks over each. It shows up great over black especially, but it also shows up over lighter colors. Really strong linear hollow. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here and then show you what it looks like with a top coat. I'm using Zoya's Glossy Seal today. I have no smearing. Mpolishes is really good about drying as soon as you put it on the nail, so as long as you use a good top coat, you shouldn't get much smearing. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. Even indoors, it has lots of flash. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Megs Lips from the Walking Dead collection from Nailnation 3000. This one is still available and I hauled it not that long ago. It is a deep cherry red linear holographic polish. Here is a brush shot. And I'll show you how Megs Lips swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Megs Lips. One coat is going to bring it pretty much opaque. A second coat is going to kind of deepen it up a little bit. This one is a phenomenal. The formula is great, really buttery, and the shine on this one is incredible. Red linear polishes are kind of my weakness anyway, but this one has been my favorite so far that I've tried at least. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with a second coat. Here is the second coat of Megs Lips. It just deepens it up enough. You can get away with one. I prefer two because it brings it a little bit deeper. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. It's a gorgeous blue-based red. Here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is Sloppy Unicorn from Shinespark Polish. This one has a near and dear place in my heart because it is named for me. I actually have this entire collection, which is just outstanding. I haven't swatched, but I haven't posted it yet, so look forward to that. I'll show you a brush shot of Sloppy Unicorn. This is a purple to teal kind of shifting linear polish. So I'll show you how it's swatched on my natural nail. Here's one coat of Sloppy Unicorn. This one goes on a little bit sheer. I think it actually may be one of the sheerest in the entire collection. So here is a second coat. The second coat is going to build it up a little bit, but not quite opaque. You can see a little bit more of the green flash here. So I will let this dry and then come back in for a third coat. So here is the third coat of Sloppy Unicorn, and this is really where the magic happens. This is going to bring it completely opaque. Lots of good teal, green to purple peacocky shift. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. Be on the lookout for this collection review coming soon. So lastly, I have Humility by Virtuous Polish. I did buy this one a long time ago, I think, and it's not available anymore. It is a deep royal matte velvet shade. If you find any Virtuous polish, I say grab them up because I love them all. I'll show you a brush shot. My brush is a little bit wonky. I'm not sure if that's something I did or if it came like that. I don't remember, but I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. This is a one coat polish. You don't want to kind of manipulate it too much because it will leave brush strokes. I've sped this up so you can see the drying process. I do have a little lump of pigment there. The finish on these is just insane. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. It's like straight velvet. This finish will wear off if you rub it with your nails or get oils on it or anything, but it is seriously phenomenal. I have the blue, like this 2 Temperance, that's another favorite. I don't think I have a Virtuous polish that I don't like. I really wish she would come back. These are just incredible. So here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting and once more at an angle. So that rounds out my top 10 indies. There are quite a few honorable mentions, but this video is getting a little bit long. There are some that I'm going to save for my top summer polishes, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really awesome collaboration as well. If you'd like to see more photos, including macros, you can head over to my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com. Definitely check out Zenorah's channel and send her love for me if you haven't. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Zenorah and at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.